Om Shanti. Second Murli, 7th July 2023. The essence, sweet children, you are now sitting personally in front of the teacher, the father, teacher, and Sadguru. The mercy of the Father is that he becomes your teacher and teaches you, and he then becomes the Sadguru and takes you back with him. What have you promised the Father? What is your duty? Answer, you made this promise, Baba. Whatever we hear from you, we will definitely tell that to others and make them equal to ourselves. Our duty is to teach everyone in the same way as the Father teaches us, because the locks on your intellects have now opened. Just as we are claiming our inheritance, in the same way, we have to be merciful and enable others to claim their inheritance. So, take blessings from the mother and father. Take blessings from mother and father. Om Shanti. You children are now sitting personally in front of mother and father. That is, you children are sitting in a school with your teacher. You children know that you are also sitting with the Sadguru in order to listen to knowledge. To listen to whom? Only the Father is the ocean of knowledge. You know that he has come here from the Supreme Abode in order to give us teachings. Your intellects are connected to the Supreme Abode, the sweet home, although he teaches you here, and the mother and the father are personally sitting in front of you. Your intellects, yoga or remembrance is still directed to the land of nirvana. We have to return home with the Father. Then we will go to the home of Vishnu. That is a home. And this is also a home. We have to go to the land of Sri Krishna. The in-laws home. First of all, you have to remember the Father who makes you worthy. Parents makes their daughters worthy. When she goes in her in-laws' home, she would glorify her parents. The in-laws would say that the girl has very good qualities. You know that you are now sitting personally in front of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, and that you are studying. The Father makes a lot of effort on your children This is his mercy. If a son becomes a barrister, it would be said that these parents sustained him and educated him well. The mother and father are creators and also the directors. Some would be attached to their father. Son would be attached to their father, whereas daughters would be attached to their mother, because the son are to receive an inheritance from their father. A Kumari would go and become a mother. You are now the decoration of the Brahmin clan. Brahmins are remembered. There are many children of Prajapita Brahma. You can even ask those Brahmins priests, are you the mouth-born creation or are you the mouth-born creation of Brahma? Physical children take birth to their physical parents. When were you born through the mouth of Brahma? They wouldn't be able to tell you. You know that you have been adopted through the lotus lips of Brahma. Practically, Sibaba has adopted you. You understand that you are personally sitting here in front of all three: the father, teacher, and guru. The father teaches you manners. It is here that you have to become victorious. You have to become virtuous, full of all virtues like Sri Krishna, by making effort. People don't know who Radhe and Krishna were in their previous birth. Only you children know this. Those who were worthy of worship have become worshippers and will then become worthy of worship. Devotees are called worshippers. No one apart from the Father can give you their inheritance of changing from an ordinary man into Narayan, or from a beggar to the prince. When someone asks you what you are doing, tell that person, I am studying with God the Father. Each of you has this aim and objective in your intellect. We are claiming our unlimited inheritance from Baba. The inheritance of heaven is to become Lakshmi and Narayan, or prince and princess. You become prince and princess here in this college. You know that you are studying to become the prince and princess in the future new world. The new world is called the golden age. Those in the golden age and those in the iron age would be human beings anyway. It is human beings who receive knowledge. It would be not it would not be given to animals. Human beings had fine virtues and they become those with devilish traits and are now becoming those with divine virtues. You children have this in your intellects. This is an easy thing to understand. The cycle of 80 births is for Bharat. The secret of the cycle of 80 births will not sit in anyone else's intellect. Sri Krishna was the one who had discussed of self-realization. Vishnu is the combined form of Lakshmi and Narayana. In their childhood, they were Radha and Krishna. However, the discuss is given to Sri Krishna alone. They never saw Radha with a discuss. They don't even saw Lakshmi with it. They saw Narayan and Vishnu with it. Lakshmi is included in that. In fact, you are the spinners of the discuss of self-realization. You know that you are studying this wonderful study with God the Father. He is the ocean of knowledge, the seed of human world, the root, the living being. A soul is said to be the root and living being. A body cannot be called the root and the living being, even though a baby in a womb is non-living for 5 months. It is still continuing to grow. Everything grows, but it is the soul of human beings. That is great. Human beings are prized and they are defamed. It was printed in the newspaper that when the Prime Minister of England went to the church, he took his cat with him. Look how much respect the cat was given. You cannot even go there without a permit. And yet the cat received a permit. Many people say that even dogs remember God. They bark. Don't they? Those people also simply speak of God, but they don't know anything. So what is the difference between human beings and animals? You are now becoming so elevated. You will now be prized a lot. When your influence spreads in a particular way, they will say, that's it. We have to go the Brahma Kumaris. Brahma Kumars and Kumaris are the grandsons and granddaughters of Sri Baba. There is only one Baba. There is one Mama and one Baba through whom you are created. You know that you are the grandson and granddaughters of Sri Baba. There is no question of being young or old here. You are the grandchildren of Shiv Baba. And the children and grandchildren of Brahma. This is something so easy. This is the Brahmin clan. The father is creator. You know that. You children of Shiv Baba are the initial founders of this tree. This Brahma is sitting under the trunk at the confluence age. You are the grandchildren of highest on high Shiv Baba. You are claiming your inheritance of heaven from him. You should never forget this. You have to forget whatever you have, including your bodies, and become bodiless. We now have to return to our grandfather and to our sweet home. We are grandsons and granddaughters of Shiv Baba. The father is also needed. We are truly Brahma Kumars and Kumaris. We are the grandchildren of Shiva. And we receive our grandfather's inheritance. Only the sovereignty of the world is called the true self-sovereignty. You become the masters of the whole world. You are not afraid of anyone. This is called the undivided kingdom. There is no one else there. You become those who are full of all virtues, those who are the supreme religion of non-violence. Baba has explained that there are two types of violence. One is violence and the other type is to use the sword of lust. We are doubly non-violent. There is no question of violence in the golden age. There is neither physical violence or that of vice. It is said that there is the supreme deity religion of non-violence. We become members of that. We will become deities from Brahmins. Our name, human beings, is then removed. We change from human beings to deities just as they become barristers or engineers, etc. They themselves know how they become that. You know that you are becoming deities through this study. It is very easy. You have the knowledge of the beginning, the middle, and the end of this tree of the variety of religions. No one else has this knowledge. You know that your father and teacher has come from the supreme abode to teach you. The supreme abode is so high up that even aeroplanes cannot go there. Look how Baba comes without wings in order to teach us. So there should be that much happiness. Our Baba is also our teacher. He resides in the supreme abode and comes from there to teach us. He has to do a lot of service. He also has to do the service of making the devotees happy. Devotees do not know me. I serve them so much. I also fulfill the desires of those who do intense devotion. Children have had visions of that. They sit there doing intense devotion and say, Sri Krishna, just give me a vision. They have tears streaming down their face when they perform such intense devotion. I grant them a vision that belongs to the path of devotion. So at this time, I also please them. I sit here and speak to you personally. I teach you. They truly are the visions of God. There is no doubt about this. It is also written in the Gita. O child, I am teaching you Raj Yoga to change you from an ordinary man into Narayana. However, they have instead Sri Krishna's name. The Sri Krishna's soul is in his last birth at this time. He sits here and studies. You children know that the sun and moon dynasty kingdoms are being established. We will definitely make effort and claim the inheritance. Baba is so merciful. He comes and adopts us children. Children say, Baba, you are the same one, and we are the same one who have met once again. You are that same Baba, and we are those same children of yours. You have now come to give us our fortune of the kingdom. Baba is once again teaching us. We are the grandchildren of Shiva. The name Prajapita Brahma is also glorified. You know that the creator of heaven is only the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, and that the inheritance will be received from him. Brahma also received it from him. That Father is speaking to you Brahmins. He explained to you so clearly. So why do you forget him? You are sitting in Baba's home. Baba himself becomes the teacher and teaches you. We are studying Raj Yoga. We will go to the land of peace and then go to the land of happiness. The iron-aged world is to be destroyed. We have to observe everything as detached observes as we did in the previous cycle. Just continue to see how you passed the examination and how distraction took place. See how you will take birth where there is victory. See how you will build your palaces. Your intellects are aware that there is in golden Dwaraga down below, which comes up above. They say that there was the golden Langa of Ravan. There wasn't really anything like that. It was the deities who had golden palaces. They don't exist now. The boat of Bharat has now sunk. You children now salvage everyone from ocean, everyone from the ocean of poison hell. There is no question of steamers, etc. You children of the ocean were burned to death. You became ugly by sitting on the fire of lust. You were beautiful and then become ugly. You were such beautiful deities of Bharat. All of Syam Sundar, ugly and beautiful ones. You children know who it is you are sitting in front of. You children know who it is you are sitting in front of. There is no other spiritual gathering where God, the Father, sits and teaches you Rajo. The incorporeal Father must have eternal. The incorporeal Father must have entered someone's body. How could he come as Sri Krishna? Yes, his soul is here. Is it not? The locks on our intellects have now opened. You know that you become the masters of the world through Baba. You claim your inheritance. You are the ones who says Mama and Mama Baba. And so you have to follow them in studying. This is why it is said, follow Father. The real Father is needed, not an artificial one. Gandhiji too was called Babuji, but no inheritance was received from him. That was a limited inheritance from a limited Babuji. He would not be called unlimited. This unlimited Babuji has come from the Supreme Abode. He makes you into the masters of heaven. You have now become knowers of the three aspects of time, and you are the ones who become the masters of paradise. You should have so much love for the unlimited Father. I break away from someone else and connected myself to you alone. This is your promise to the Father. The Father sits here and explains to you children with so much love. What would anyone know about when Shiv Baba came? When it was Raksha Bandhan, or how the divine virtues were imbibed. People study the Gita and the scriptures, and yet no one understands anything. You explain everything orally. There is no question of the scriptures in this. God sits here and teaches you. He taught you at the confluence age. You now listen to him personally, and so your inheritance raise, and so your intoxication raise. That intoxication should not decrease. It is not a human being who is teaching you this. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, who is the ocean of knowledge, is teaching you. All of you, Brahma, Kumaras and Kumaris, are listening to him. You listen to him and then relate it to others. Your agreement is that you will listen to Baba and definitely relate that to others. Otherwise, why do you listen? You have now become children of the unlimited Father. The Father says, constantly remember me alone. Renounce all your relationships, including those with your own bodies. The Father is Shiva, and you are saligrams. The Father and children. The Father says, I am incorporeal. You too were incorporeal. You have come here to play your parts. You now have to go back home. Baba is the master of Brahman. You too were masters of Brahman. That is also called the Supreme Abode, the land of Nirvana, the incorporeal world. All of these are its names. The incorporeal world, the subtle region, the corporeal world, this cycle continues to turn in front of you. Acha. To the sweetest, beloved, long lost, now found children. Love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bab Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children. Says namaste to spiritual. Namaste to spiritual. Essence of Dharana. Follow the father and follow the mother and father in this study. Stay in happiness that God has come from the highest on high land to teach us. Second, you now have to return to your sweet home. So practice being bodiless. Forget everything, including your body. blessings. May you experience the power of silence by stabilizing in the elevated stage beyond sound as a master seat. The elevated stage of being beyond sound is a lovely and unique, powerful stage that is beyond all physical attractions. When you stabilize in this elevated stage for even a second, the impact of that is that even while doing everything throughout the day, you will especially experience the power of silence in yourself. This stage is called the karma stage, the full stage of being equal to the Father. This is the master seat stage, the stage of master almighty authority. By having this stage, you will experience success in every task. A great soul is one whose every word is an elevated version. A great soul is one who every word is an elevated version. Om Shanti. You are the great souls. Now you can share your precious words. Baba children always elevated and great. Therefore, your words also that much elevated. You can measure your underestimate. We have the weakness, we have to change, we have to reach a good stage. You can't say like that. Now your turn. Hello.
Forget everything into the problem.
Say something about it. What is the meaning? Forget the bodies and including, forget the everything and including your body. Mean whatever we are received from the whole world, that is it not currently. No one currently. No. That is why we have to forget everything. We can get something today, can't get tomorrow. How can believe if it is go this way? That is why Baba says this world is very degraded. Whatever we get from this whole world, also that much currently. Is it?
Because that's really good thing about it. Take the rule of mind and heart. Follow the mind and heart and strength.
When we'll forget Baba, when we trap in worldly things, then we forget the Baba. Khajani. Now say something about it, how to follow the Father. We knew what Baba did, Mama did. We can revise it and learn something from that. And we used in our day-to life. Om Shanti. Do you say anything? Just finish the Murli. Now.